The Lonesome Death of Chester McGinty, a very short story. The short story writer Chester McGinty was buried this week, another martyr to the craft. 6 months prior he had moved into a new apartment and supervised the renovations. Then he settled down to write some stories, among them being a short tale entitled The House Painter's Lament. It was a quick metafiction that tried to be clever. It was an allegory of the postmodern man. It swung on the conceit that the anti-hero, the house painter, realises too late that he has devoted his life to merely cosmetic surfaces. Then, one day, there was a knock at the door. It was someone calling himself John. He looked familiar, but Chester couldn't quite place him. John, in fact, was the house painter who had freshened up his apartment with a coat of off-white, hard-wearing semi-gloss months before. He pulled out a gun. "That story was about me, wasn't it?" he said. "No, it wasn't," said Chester. "Don't lie to me. The House Painter's Lament. I know it was about me." "It was symbolic," said Chester. "I just made it up." Like other short story writers, he had dipped into his imagination, a ragtag collection of motifs, faces, allusions, pop songs, old movies, novels by Charles Dickens, childhood conversations, false memories, quotes, quips, random strangers, TV jingles, dreams and nightmares. It was a mess. "Yeah, right," said the peeved painter. He had realised too late that he had devoted his life to merely cosmetic surfaces. He explained his grievance. "You take the labour of a hard-working man, just trying to pay his bills and feed his family, and you skim off the surplus value and turn it into your grubby little fictions." "Writers just make things up," Chester explained. "Sure," said John, and Carly Simon's 1972 hit You're So Vain, describing a noxious, self-absorbed lover, wasn't about Warren Beatty. "I don't do hit pieces," said Chester. "It's an allegory. I wrote it months after you painted the apartment." "I think I know myself well enough to know myself when I see myself," said John. "I don't think you do," said Chester. And then he gave the assailant the advice every reader needs to know. Suspend disbelief. "You suspend it," said John. The story had provoked an existential crisis, and it was existentially that he pulled the trigger and put a big "the end" at the end of Chester's career. These days, the committed short fiction writer needs more bodyguards than Salman Rushdie.